Hello, Americans. Hello, world. If you're listening from another country, never know. This is Podcast versus the World. My name is Cameron L. Abington. I'm the host of this wonderful podcast. We are in all your podcasting locations: Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts. Um, I have a Facebook page under TikTok and Spotify. I'm under Cameron Abington, where I leave stuff all the time. I leave different view reels and stuff like that. Like and subscribe. Leave messages for me, please. I do answer all messages. I got into a little talk with somebody this morning. Jill left it for the show, but I just went and responded to him. He was nice enough to comment on a post I'd put down. So I appreciate anybody that wants to comment. Please, we appreciate that here. There's no um, bad questions, bad responses. I answer stuff all the time. Here at Podcast versus the World, we just give the facts. Um, we just tell you how it is. Um, I'm an independent voter. I don't lean left or right. Uh, I lean into what's right for America. Okay, what's right. So let's get into it. Before we go into what I was planning on talking about today, as you've read the thumbnail, dirty data center. Okay, I want to go into our new starting segment is called Off the Top, sponsored by nobody. Sponsored by nobody. Um, let's start here. This weekend we had a congressperson out of Minnesota, him and his wife murdered. We had another one that was shot. The rhetoric of violence has gone crazy high. It's gone high. It's gone to places where it should never go. Just because I disagree with the way you believe and what you think doesn't mean that we should sit here and pull weapons. It's okay for us to disagree. It's okay. I've watched several MAGA supporters say they could beat up any liberal and this and that. And it's just craziness. It's crazy. We need to tone down the rhetoric. I had somebody write me and said, well, they both need to tone it down. It's true. But there's one man actually that gets paid, or he was actually voted in. That's his job, the President of the United States. I have not once heard that man come out against the violence that happened in Minnesota. As of Sunday night, today's Monday, I haven't heard he's even called the governor of Minnesota to say sorry. Now, the only thing I did hear, he wrote on Truth Social, I believe it was, maybe it was X, that he was going to send the FBI to come help. I never heard if that actually happened or not. I have no idea. But to my knowledge, and maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, please somebody write in the comments and know they talk. He hadn't even called them. We had a sitting U.S. senator thrown down at a press conference, even though he announced himself. He said, I'm a U.S. senator. I come here to ask Kristi Noem a question. It's on video. He was thrown to the ground and handcuffed. Not one person from the Republican side said it was wrong. And we wonder why we have people who are shooting members of a different party. They said this man had a list of people that he was going to shoot and kill. He had been to others' house, he just didn't do the job. The time we need leadership, our president failed us. Now you can say Democrats should be toning down. I agree. Republicans should be toning down. 1,000%. But there's one man that if he were to get on his bully pulpit and get on the stage, he could have done it at G7 today. He could have done it over the weekend. He could have done it as soon as it happened. He could have got on TV and said, "Hey, I'm putting the full extent of the law on this. I will take down whoever did this murder. We grieve with the people of Minnesota," but he didn't. People, when you're a leader, your job is to lead. People are listening to you. So when you say these dirty Democrats and they're not American and you say all this stuff here, you're the president. Your words have more meaning than anybody else. But when you don't do your damn job, this is what happens with rhetoric. And the thing about it is, there are people whose minds can't take the fact, they don't understand. They're radicalized. I've talked about this many times. They're radicalized. We go as far as to say that, oh, it was God's decree. I was listening I was listening to this crazy guy on YouTube where he was telling me it was God's plan for Jesus for Trump to be there. I didn't make the rules. Here we go again. We radicalize people through lies. I don't know if Jesus wanted in there. Did somebody ask Jesus? Did somebody go up and poll Jesus? I don't know. Not the way it works. Our president needs to stand up and start being the man he says he wants to be. But trust me, if it was Barack Obama, if it had been just not just Barack Obama, any president, President Biden, President Clinton, President Bush, any of the Bushes, President Reagan, I can go on and on. They would have got on TV and they would have said, cut it out. We're going to find this SOB and we're bringing them to justice. But our president ain't that man. He's supposedly the great deal maker. I'm having my doubts about that also. So President Trump, if you're listening, do your effing job. Calm down the rhetoric on your side. You can't control what the other side does, but take the lead. You're supposed to be the lead horse. Take the lead. You're supposed to be running this country. You're everybody's president, not just the people that voted for you, the ones that didn't also. Take the damn lead and be the president for once in your damn life. All right, that's my commentary from off the top, just something that was on my mind. All right, let's get into it. So we found out that Elon Musk is making his construction of a thing called Colossus, a massive supercomputer. It's in South Memphis. Okay, you're like, man, that's not bad. Memphis. All right. It's going to support a lot of the information. It's going to support chatbot Gronk, SpaceX. It's a big deal. It's a big deal for Memphis. Here's the problem. Right now, it is kicking out nitrogen oxide emissions between 1,200 to 2,000 tons annually. The people in that area have noticed that they've been coming up with a lot of respiratory illnesses. Let me also say that this is also in a black area of Memphis, historically black area. They said that it's potential to create high-paying jobs. I mean, works out, the jobs that'll be there, that's what they're going to have a lot of jobs, high paying jobs. Now, supposedly, um, they proposed building an $80 million wastewater recycling center to mitigate some of the environmental impacts. But people are kind of like, I don't know, because as we know, Mr. Musk, he promises a lot, delivers little. If you know, if you've seen Elon's whole track record in his career, I mean, look at Doge. How many trillions of dollars did he promise that he was going to deliver? 2 trillion. Now reports are he might be at. I've heard 100 billion. I've heard five. I mean, I've heard all different numbers, but it's close to $2 trillion. He doesn't deliver. The other part of this says when Donald Trump came into office, he knocked out the EPA's power. So now, let's say the people of Memphis decide they want to do a lawsuit. What would happen is it would go in front of a judge, and if that judge, and let's say Elon Musk just decides to throw some cash his way or whatever, it's not like he hasn't done it before. So let's be honest. Um, the judge would decide, not the EPA. Um, and the thing about it is, there's nobody to govern this. Um, they have the people are trying to talk to Elon. The EPA can't do a damn thing. That's a waste of time. Um, are they going to fix it? Who knows? It's a story that needs to keep being talked about. But with the way Trump and Elon took out all the regulatory people, this is up to Elon. This is Elon's deal. If Elon decides he wants to do more to help out the people in Memphis, he will. If he doesn't, there's nobody going to make him. At least not until a Democratic president gets in office. You know, I mean, when Elon Musk came into office, there was an inspector general that was looking into Elon. They took him out. Department of Transportation, the inspector general over there, they took him out. Department of Defense, Elon took him out. The Environmental Protection Agency, they took him out. Department of Agriculture, took him out. So the Elon's taking out everybody that's ever went against him. Um, if I'm Elon, just to kind of wrap a little thing on this, what he needs to do is go to the University of Memphis, start a scholarship program, teach kids how to run and work in that big, gigantic system. You have ready-made young men and women who would love to work there underneath you. They do computers. Bring them in. Let them get internships, scholarships, and they can come and work and learn. There's a goodwill way out of this. Will he do it? Who the hell knows? Who the hell knows? I have no idea. I'm just sitting here reading the information. I mean, people are getting sick. Elon needs to clean this mess up literally. Because we all know, unless something drastic happens, I think you'll have a Democratic president in 28. Now they're gonna have a lot of things to get back and going, but and he may give the EPA power again. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, right? But this is a way that Elon could at least get the people on his side, all right? My suggestion: build a damn wastewater plant, clean the air up, offer the University of Memphis scholarships, whatever. It helps out the University of Memphis. It helps out, gives them more kids that'll want to come to their college. You get your program running where everybody, you kind of got, because I mean, even the mayor says it's a good idea. As I was reading this, the mayor, Paul Young, supports the project and its potential to create high paying jobs and stimulate economic growth. Nobody wants to get rid of it. That's not what I'm saying. It's just making people sick, right? Build a damn wastewater plant. And then, with all your billions of dollars, go to the university and say, listen, we're going to build this. I don't know how many years is it even running now. I think it is. I think they're going to build another one on top of that. Let me get some of your brightest kids. We're going to pick them out, and they're going to learn how to work in this. And then when they get out of college, hell, they can come work for me and work in this building. Now you got ready-made young workers that's going to work with you for forever, running your program. They'll know it. They'll know it inside and out. Hell, you can make a little high school program. But you can really get some goodwill out of this. This is the way I would handle it. Put it that way. But the people of Memphis aren't happy. But I think if you did that and offer the olive branch that way, even Mr. Musk, I believe that's the way to fix the problem. Colossus runs. Yes, you're making it environmentally unsafe. I think if you did that, you invest in that community, those people will love you forever. They'll be on your side. And then from there, boom, do the endowment with the college. It's money. It's money in the bank. You would never have, you'd be so happy. You'd be like, oh man, I can't believe it. This is great. Kids would love it. Everybody would love it. Okay. Everybody would love it. All right. So that's this new episode for today with the new off the top that we're going to start doing every podcast. If you made it this far, like and subscribe. Like I said, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. I think we're on iHeart. We're everywhere. We're everywhere. Look us up. I'm going to put this up on Facebook. Geez. Instagram, TikTok. TikTok, we're still trying to get to 5,000 subscribers. We're working on it. We're still getting there. I think I'm going to start doing more live, just kind of spontaneous, jump on, talk a little bit. Every Saturday, we do a live show where it's more me interacting with people. People can come in and talk, and we'll kind of go from there. But we're going to do more spontaneous type of stuff and just kind of have a good time and talk about stuff. There's a lot of new information coming out. I need to look up some stuff that we'll talk about later. But this has been a good start of the week. Hope you had a great Father's Day. We pray for those people, family, who, they don't have a father. They didn't get to celebrate Father's Day worth a damn. Sorry for those kids or everybody. Sorry for the state of Minnesota. But we got to do better, people. We got to do better. And we can do better. Okay? We can do better. We can do a lot better. Tribalize, I'm telling you, it's a SOB. It's a SOB. All right. My name's Cameron Abington. Cameron L. Abington. This is Podcast versus the World. Abington out.